They were never the loudest in the room. They weren't the star athlete. They weren't the teacher's favorite. In fact, the chosen ones, the ones destined to change everything, were often overlooked as children. Not because they were weak, but because their light was too different, too powerful, too raw, for ordinary eyes to see. Think about it. The chosen ones don't blend in. They don't fit the mold. They're quiet when others are loud. They're curious when others are content. They dream of worlds no one else even imagines. And what does society do with those who don't fit in? It ignores them, labels them, underestimates them. The chosen child might be the one sitting alone at lunch, the one getting mocked for being different, the one whose talents don't show up on report cards or scoreboards. And while the world looked past them, something was growing. A fire, a strength, a calling. There's a reason every great story begins with someone unseen. Moses, hidden in the reeds. David, tending sheep while his brothers stood tall in the spotlight. Harry Potter, living in a cupboard under the stairs. Every myth, every legend, every hero's journey, begins in obscurity. Because greatness is not born in applause. It is forged in silence. The chosen ones were overlooked not because they lacked worth, but because they carried a gift the world wasn't ready to recognize. When you're different, people won't understand you. When your vision stretches further, your energy feels deeper, your heart burns brighter, people will try to shrink you down to their size. And when you refuse, they'll ignore you. But that rejection, that invisibility, that's the soil where chosen ones take root. Being overlooked is painful, but it's also preparation. When you're ignored, you learn to listen to your own voice. When you're underestimated, you learn to sharpen your edge. When no one comes to save you, you learn to save yourself. This is the transformation of the chosen ones. Isolation becomes independence. Rejection becomes resilience. Loneliness becomes power. You see, while others sought validation, the chosen ones were forced to build strength in silence. And when the world finally notices them, they don't crumble under the weight of attention. They rise. And then, one day, the overlooked child becomes impossible to ignore. The quiet kid with too many questions grows up to be an inventor who changes technology forever. The shy artist no one understood creates a masterpiece that moves millions. The nobody who never fit in becomes the leader who redefines what's possible. Albert Einstein didn't speak fluently until he was 9. Oprah Winfrey was told she wasn't fit for television. Walt Disney was fired for lacking imagination. All overlooked, all dismissed, until the world finally realized they weren't ordinary. They were chosen. Maybe you've been underestimated. Maybe you've been ignored. Maybe you've carried something inside you that no one else seems to see. Listen to me. You weren't overlooked because you were unworthy. You were overlooked because your power was still forming. The chosen ones are hidden until the right moment. The seed stays buried until it's ready to break the earth. And when it does, nothing can stop it. So if you've ever felt invisible, remember this. The chosen ones are never recognized at the start. But when their time comes, they are undeniable. And your time is coming.